G'day and welcome to what is the third session of the World Coin Hunt, Bag 1, for Ace coins and cards. Now, we've already got quite a few interesting and collectible coins to be listed on the eBay store. Got about a third of the bag left, so I'm going to get stuck into that now. Hopefully we can find some more collectible coins and get them up on the eBay store. Russia, Malaysia, what's that? This I have not seen. 50 cents of some description, I guess. Yeah, I've not actually seen that coin before. I might just put it aside. South African. Pop it aside and see if there's any value just because I haven't seen it. I mean, it's modern. It's fairly modern, 2003. Russia. That is Argentina and China. Don't know. I always forget this one. I'm going to have to look it up. I've seen it before. Just cannot remember for the life of me what country that is. We had this one yesterday. I should have looked it up. But I hadn't yet. I got straight back into the sort this morning. So, France. Oh, here's an interesting one. This will be Hong Kong, 1968. It's not bad condition, actually. This will probably get listed. 50 cents. Fucking coins. These become really, really popular. Of course, Hong Kong no longer under British rule, so it represents an interesting time in history. The Hong Kong 1968 50-cent piece. Our first coin of the morning to add to the eBay store, Philippines. Ooh, that's rough. Look at that. 50 toa from Papua New Guinea, 2018. I've not actually seen this one before, because these were minted after I began my last search in 2015. APEC, Papua New Guinea. It's in really rough condition, so I won't list it, but they actually make quite a few varieties of that 50 toa coin. They got ones with colours on it. They got all sorts of commemorative coins and animals. It's really cool. And low mintage on a lot of them as well, because Papua New Guinea is not the most populous country in the world. So, South Africa, Netherlands, 1951 there. It's not in bad shape either. That's going on the eBay store. Netherlands, 1951, 25 cents. Philippines, Malaysia. These francs sell really, really well. This one's not the best condition I've ever seen, but they actually sell well anyway. 10 francs from France, 1970s, I think. There we go, 77 down the bottom there near my thumb. I think it was minted for like 10 years, that coin, roughly. So there are a few years of it, but I'll put it aside because they're quite popular and quite widely collected. India. Ah, here we go, another French coin that's going to be... There's a couple in this handful, I can already see. So, 5 francs, again, Republic of France. And, oh, this is the Eiffel Tower one. So, these sell really, really well. Anything with historical landmarks or well-known landmarks, I should say, tend to sell pretty well. And that's in nice condition. So that will be listed on the eBay store. I just sold one of those coins, actually. Literally just sold one, so that will go back on the eBay store to replace the one sold. That actually looks better condition. Indonesia. Here's the other French coin. Just pull that out. 1971. We got one of these. I'm pretty sure it was 1971 yesterday. But that's definitely worth listing. Or worth holding as a double to eventually list. So picking up some nice coins early to get to the eBay store. Philippines. Here's one of these Mexican coins that I really like the designs of. The eagle and the snake. There is a story about that, but I can't remember it. We literally found that same coin yesterday. Cool. And now we've got 2. I think the one yesterday was in slightly better condition, but we'll keep them both aside for potential listing. Singapore, Brunei, Israel. What's this one? Ah, penny. From Great Britain. 1938. It's a common year. I get plenty of the 1938s, and that's quite The details are quite faint on this. It's not bad. You can still see all the cross on the Union Jack on the shield. Quite often that's worn and you can't actually see it. And there he is, King George. I put it aside, but I got so many of these. This is likely to go into my bronze scrap pile. India, Thailand, Malaysia, Italian coin. It's a bit rough. Probably won't list that one just because it's got some surface issues. 1979 50 lire. I mean, it's worth $2 in good condition. Someone will give you $2 for that in good condition, but that's not quite good enough. It's the coins that I reject that make Ace coins and cards the best. Malaysia, Philippines. Might be up for copyright infringement with that statement, but anyway. Malaysia, South Africa, Malaysia. Here's a nice one. Italy, 1980 lire, 100 lire. In very nice condition, actually. Just get that to focus. There we go. 100 lire, 1980. No obvious problems with it, so that's a nice one. Put that aside and get it listed on the eBay store with the other 100 lires that we got. Most of them were 1970. I think that might be our first 1981 for the search. We also picked up that 50 lire yesterday from the 90s. It was so small. They really reduced the size of those. Yeah, we saw this one yesterday as well. Moroccan 20 francs, 1371, which I looked up yesterday is 1951 to 1952. So I was pretty spot on with my estimate of 1950s yesterday. We've got that in much better condition, but we'll keep that as a backup. Malaysia, here's another Great Britain penny. This one from 1918. It's got reasonable detail. You can see what I was talking about earlier with the Union Jack on the shield. This one, you can see it's the detail's gone. It's actually worn flat and the detail from the shield is gone. This one's probably still worth listing. I might have this in better condition already. But, you know, there's no major issues with it. It's just very, very faint on detail. But 1918, as a placeholder, I'm sure someone wants that. Israel. That looks very, very new, but I think it is actually minted recently. Put it aside and check the date. I don't know Israeli dates off the top of my head. Here's an interesting one. These bimetallic coins are quite popular. Excuse me. This is 1987, 500 lire from Italy. As I said, bimetallic, so two metals used. I would say that the interior is potentially aluminium bronze and the outside is copper nickel, but I can't remember. Might even be stainless steel on the outside of these. This one's not too bad. These are really collectible. I'll list that one up on the eBay store for anyone interested. 1987, 500 lire. Yeah, it's not mint condition, but it's not too bad. Pakistan, older Indian rupee. In good condition, these are well worth listing. That's Bombay Mint. You can see the diamond on the bottom there, under 1977. So that's Bombay Mint, and in good condition, these are really worth listing. But this one's a little bit rough. Just a little dirty more than anything. Detail's not too bad, actually. Nah. That's very close to being listed, but probably not quite worth it. I'm sure I can find a better example than that. A few of these in the bag as well, but these are good sellers, so I don't mind getting them. The Italy 100 lire, 1979. It's good condition again. On the back it's got a few surface issues. We'll pop it aside. We'll take a look with the rest of the 100 lire that we'll be listing. Indonesia. It's Israeli coin down here. Again, I'm not great with the dates for Israel. That's the date down the bottom there, I believe. So I'll have to look this one up and see what date it is. But it's a cool coin because it's different shape. It's still got a lot of detail on it. There's a few surface issues, but you know, if this is a coin from the 40s or the 50s, that's totally acceptable. So we'll look it up and see what we can find out about it. I don't think it's going to be my $1 million coin, but Probably worth listing on eBay. I'm sure someone will appreciate that for their collection. Philippines. I'll put it aside because I can't remember if they're nickel or not. I don't think they are, but I'll put it aside. Oh, here's something cool. It's a Georgian coin. South Africa. Quarter penny, 1942. These sell really, really well. They're not expensive in the price guide, but they're a popular coin. Usually sell them pretty much as soon as I list them. So 1942, quarter penny. This one's a little rough on the obverse, but the reverse is in pretty good shape. So I'll list this up, 1942. It's probably only $2, but I can almost guarantee it'll sell. So well worth listing. Thailand, Russia, Vietnam, Indonesia, Canada, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, India, South Africa, India, China, Peru, Taiwan, South Africa, Malaysia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Sri Lanka, Turkey, China, South Africa, Taiwan, and a real from Brazil. Bimetallic coin. Not sure we've seen one of these yet. They're fairly modern. There you go, 2004. That's not in terrible condition. Whether it would sell or not, I don't know. 2004. Tends to be the older the coin are, the more collected it is, unless it's a commemorative coin. India. Balboa. What's that? That's Panama. Yep. Panama 2001. The older Panama coins are often made out of silver, so they're well worthwhile putting aside, obviously. The more modern ones, not so much. Malaysia, unless they're in really, really top condition. Oh, here's an interesting one. These are these German coins. It might be hard to see because they're a bit light on detail, but that's World War II issue. See the swastika? But that's Reichspfennig from the Third Reich. 5B, mint mark down the bottom there. We'll put it aside because these swastika coins are actually quite sought after. 1942. It's actually illegal to sell them in Germany, I'm pretty sure. Anyway. India. Here's a Greek drachma coin, 1973. Cool owl on it. These are quite popular, but I've got them in better condition. And even if I don't have any listed at the moment, I know I regularly find them in better condition than this. So I'll probably hold off on this one. It's not terrible, but just looking for a slightly higher grade for the eBay store on a more common coin like this. Cool owl though. Cool owl. The very next coin we've got is a 500 lira from Italy, 1986. So bimetallic. I think this is the same one we had before. I'm not sure if it's the same year. But we'll put that next to the other one that we got and list them both at the same time. It's a bit cool. Now these ones here, I looked up yesterday. They're Kyrgyzstan. I've never even heard of the country before. But I'm guessing it's somewhere former Soviet Union, just by the sound of it. I could be wrong, but Kyrgyzstan. Fairly recent. But I'd actually never heard of the country at all, which is unusual. Most of the countries I've heard of. Indonesia, Turkey, Canada, Austria. Throw them down there. So this is 2 Groschen from 1957 Austria. Aluminium coin. Not in terrible condition. Yeah, we'll put it aside for listing. It's probably not worth more than 20 cents in the price guide, but I find that those ones will sell for around $2. Anything from the 50s or earlier tends to be sought after. If you're wondering how I find coins when I don't know what they are, I use an app called Coinscope that you can download. It's really good. Take a photo and it sort of, I'm guessing it does a reverse image search, and usually even if it doesn't give you the exact coin, it gets you on the right track, give you the right country, and you can start searching from there. So Malaysia, India. This is interesting. 10 centavos from Philippines. These, like if you get earlier ones, they're made in silver. But this one doesn't. I don't think 64 is silver. Look, I double checked, but you can pretty much, when you've handled enough silver, you can almost tell, and I'm almost positive that that's not. Malaysia, Philippines. What is this? That looks Russian. I couldn't tell you though. Gonna have to look this one up. 1925, 50 something. Looks to be somewhere around the region of, Russia, the former Soviet Union, but I actually can't tell. So I'm gonna have to find this one online and get an idea of what it's worth. Could be worth a ton, could be worth a couple of bucks. Definitely worth $2 to someone, I would expect. A 1925 coin. Not gonna come across them every day. Lucky last handful. Netherlands coin that looks like it's been run over by a train. So that wasn't so lucky. Taiwan, India, South Africa, Bulgaria, I think. Malaysia, Africa, and France. And that is the end of the bag. So we've got a stack of coins here for the store, and I've got another bunch over here that some of these I just want to look up and confirm where they're from, but some of them will be listed, and all these ones are going to be listed in the store. So a pretty fruitful bag, considering I thought it was going to be not the best bag in the world just looking from the outside, but there's easily a couple of $100 worth of stock for my eBay store. So I'd say all in all, it's a bit of a success. I hope you enjoyed the first coin sort. That is bag 1, and I hope you'll subscribe and join us for bag 2, which will be coming along shortly. See you soon.